There's a lot to say about the body from different angles. So today we're just doing a little bit, and then I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do a second, maybe even a third part at some point. Alright, some basic stuff here. We got kroppen. Kroppen means the body. Og kroppen. En krop, kroppen, flere kroppe, alle kroppene. One body or a body. Kroppen, the body, flere kroppe. More bodies, alle kroppene, all the bodies. This is just to get the idea. A little bit of grammar in there. Right? Krop, that's body. Hoved, head. Arm, ben, that is leg. Mave is stomach or belly. Okay? So those are just some of the words. Now, if we're looking down here, we have some of the feelings, some of the sensations. You're gonna feel stuff in your body. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, that looks better. So we're gonna start with something that doesn't feel good, but it's very common. So that is jeg har ondt i. Jeg har ondt i means my something hurts, or it hurts in my something. Right? So you could write something like jeg har ondt i. Let's just copy this so you see the whole sentence and I don't have to write it. Jeg har ondt i maven. That's a good one. Very common. Jeg har ondt i maven. Or maybe you could say jeg har ondt i hovedet. That's another good one. Hovedet, what is that? The head. Hurts in my head. Jeg har ondt i hovedet. Jeg har ondt i. It's kind of annoying. It keeps jumping back like that. No. Jeg har ondt i. What could it be? Do you know a body part in Danish? Something that might feel pain. Jeg har ondt i mine tænder. Min tunge. It's a little unexpected. Okay, that's tongue. Hurts my tongue. So you can say jeg har ondt i. Ikke? Jeg har ondt i maven, stomach, hovedet, tunge. Jeg har ondt i min arm, min skulder, mit hjerte, my heart. Sounds serious. This is the basic one. Ikke? Jeg har ondt i. My something hurts, or it hurts in my something. Ikke? So on on its own literally means evil, but a have ondt is to have pain, ikke? Or to having it hurt like that. Det gør ondt i is very similar. It's just saying it without using jeg. Ikke? Det gør ondt i hjertet, det gør ondt i, I don't know, i skridtet, det gør ondt i mine fødder, ikke? Anywhere. So that's kind of clear already. What else could it be? Could also be something with, itching, and that is what this is. Det klør i. Det klør. What's a place that could be itchy? I mean, anywhere in theory, but a more likely place. You can say, det klør i næsen. Det klør i næsen. That's your nose, of course. Det klør i næsen. And you like doing it. Det klør i... what's another place? Det klør i mit øje. Guys, what is that? Øje. Det klør i mit øje. That's my eye. Now, I assume you have more than one eye, but so it's like itchy, or itching in my eyes. Like, det klør. Yeah, and a little bonus info. Klø is both itch and scratch, no pun intended. Ikke? Så jeg klør mig her, jeg klør, the action, but it's also the feeling that is itchy, så det klør. But you'll know from context. Ikke? Lad være med at klø, ikke? Don't scratch it. Jeg har et myggestik, mosquito bite, that's actually a good one. Jeg har et myggestik, yeah, right? That's what it is. Jeg har et myggestik, det klør så meget. Not everybody's gonna sound like an idiot, I just like to do that. Det klør så meget. Right? It's so itchy. Just beautiful. Det klør så meget. Alright, ikke? So that's klør. What about if you're sweating? What might that be? It could be something like this. Jeg sveder, or the one I feel right now. Jeg er tørstig. Jeg sveder. That's very useful. I'm sweating. Jeg sveder lige nu. Like I'm sweating right now. Jeg sveder lige nu. You'll definitely hear that. Jeg synes du sveder lidt. It's about someone else. Jeg synes du sveder lidt. I kind of feel like you're sweating a little bit. Jeg synes du sveder lidt. Jeg sveder, smæk this longer. Jeg sveder som en gris. Gris. The question is if you know that word. You know what gris means? It means pig, yeah, baby, butter, gris. Jeg sveder som en gris. Right? So that's not very nice. Jeg sveder. Oh, but maybe it's more the smell of sweat. Like, so guys, how do you say smell? It would be lugter. Like, så han lugter af sved. Yeah. Han lugter af sved. He smells like sweat. Not very nice, but whatever. Og hun, because could also be women. Hun er svedig. She's sweaty. A little side note here. Svedig. It actually used to be a slang, kind of like dope or nice. Oh, this svedigt. Oh, that's cool. But people don't really say that anymore. So yeah, don't worry about that. That's basically what it is, right? Thirsty. Yeah, thirsty means thirsty. Now, it's not so hard to remember. Oh, there's some thunder. Jeg er så thirsty. Jeg er så thirsty. You say, jeg er så thirsty. Maybe you're thirsty to a certain extent. Jeg er så thirsty, at jeg kunne drikke en hel liter mælk. That's kind of weird. Jeg er så thirsty, at jeg kunne drikke en hel liter mælk. I am so thirsty, I could drink an entire whole liter of milk. So you can say, jeg er så thirsty, and then the thing it leads you to do. Like, jeg er så thirsty, at jeg er ved at få stress. I'm getting stressed, something like that. Or, jeg kunne drikke en hel liter mælk. Something like that. Jeg fryser is of course I'm freezing, or I'm cold. Actually, it doesn't have to be very, very cold. It doesn't have to be like, let's say, oh, there's some thunder. Like, it doesn't have to be, oh no, I am freezing. I'm like an icicle right now. No. It doesn't have to be like that. It could just be you feel cold. Maybe to you, 16 degrees is cold. Like, let's say you're from the tropics or something. Then you can say, jeg fryser. You could say, jeg fryser. Jeg fryser lidt. Jeg fryser lidt. That's a good one. Jeg fryser lidt. Or down here, actually, I wrote some sentences before. Jeg fryser. Det er meget koldt. It's very cold. Det føles ikke så godt. Now guys, what does that mean? Det føles ikke så godt. Føles ikke så godt, of course, means it doesn't feel so good. Jeg fryser. Det er meget koldt. Det føles ikke så godt. Yeah, like that. Og jeg siger, nej, det gør det ikke. Jeg kan ikke lide at fryse. It doesn't feel good. Jeg kan ikke lide at fryse. I don't like freezing. I don't like feeling cold. What about if you feel warm? Then you could say, jeg har det varmt. Jeg har det varmt. That is like the basic way of saying it. Like, jeg har det is I feel. Like someone will say, jeg har det godt, jeg har det dårligt, jeg har det skidt, jeg har det mærkeligt. The way you feel, you'll very often hear, jeg har det, and then the adjective, right? Jeg har det varmt, I feel warm, or I feel hot. Now, whether it's warm or whether it's hot, like it's comfortable if it's too much, that depends on tone of voice, again, sort of the context it's set in. If someone is walking around like, like they look like they're suffering, then you can safely assume that they're like feeling hot, and it's not a great thing. But you could also say, jeg har det varmt. Og you can say, det er varmt. It is warm. Det er dejligt varmt. Og jeg har det dejligt varmt. You can add that dejligt in there. Then it probably means that they're feeling pretty good. I say in Denmark, it's usually not a problem that the weather is too hot. It's usually the other thing that's an issue. So yeah, jeg har det varmt. You could say, jeg har det varmt, fordi det er sommer. Fordi solen skinner, that's better. Jeg har det varmt, fordi solen skinner. Har det varmt, fordi solen skinner, ikke? So the sun is shining. That's definitely something you can say. Yeah. Maybe you could add like okay, over here. Har det varmt, fordi solen skinner. Jeg har det varmt, men du fryser. Okay, so now we're using it with the other one. I feel warm, but you're freezing or you're cold. So you could definitely say that. Like maybe one person is feeling hot, the other one is feeling cold for whatever reasons. Like maybe he or she is used to another climate or wearing too much clothes and not enough. Yada yada. So jeg har det varmt. Right? Yeah, varmt. It's a very useful word to know. Har det varmt, men du fryser. Yeah. Jeg har det koldt. Yeah, I mean it's the same. Ikke? Jeg har det varmt, jeg har det koldt. So let's move on a bit. Then you have tequila. Now what is that? Tequila. It's not like the English word. It's quite different from the English word. It means it tickles. Right? So you're like, oh, there's a spider, or someone is like doing their magic to you. You say, tequila. Tequila. Tequila helt vildt. Right? Like, it's really ticklish. Tequila helt vildt. Right? Tequila helt vildt. Or maybe it's not that it's tickling, it's more that they are ticklish. Right? So they're easy to feel tickled. Du er bare så kilden. You're just so ticklish. Du er bare så kilden. Right? Det er kilde. Du må ikke kilde mig. Don't tickle me. That's a good one. Du må ikke kilde mig. I'm sure you know someone who's like very sensitive or very wary of that. Like, hey, don't come and tickle me. Yeah. Right? Du må ikke kilde mig. Like that. So tequila, it tickles. Tequila helt vildt. Like, it's just tickling like crazy. Og du er bare så kilden. You're just so ticklish. Du må ikke kilde mig. Don't tickle me. So yeah, there's some stuff. Kilder. You could say, and I just remember this because it relates to the next one, kilder i maven, or det kilder i maven, if you want to make it totally correct. Det kilder i maven, it tickles in the stomach. Could be different things. Could be like, yeah, maybe you're in love or something, but could also just be that you're excited, or the classic riding a roller coaster. Du sidder i din bil, sitting in the car, og så kører I op sådan her, så ned igen, ikke? Down again, og så siger du, det kilder i maven, right? Tickles in the stomach. So yeah, that's definitely something that can happen. Det kilder, right? Det kilder, du må ikke kilde mig. Right? So you can kind of see I'm making the connections here. I'm giving you very natural Danish today. There's not so much grammar. I'm just giving you a bunch of stuff that you can use, and the stuff that you can expect to hear when you are in Denmark. Alright, cool. Så det kilder i maven. Very nice. What about this one? Jeg har sommerfugle i maven. Sommerfugle. What is that? Maybe some of you know. Sommerfugl means butterfly. Okay? Sommerfugl, summer bird. So, I have butterflies in the stomach. So, sommerfugle i maven. Butterflies in the stomach. Så jeg har sommerfugle i maven. Maybe you're excited about something. You're like, hell yeah, looking forward to something. So, jeg glæder mig. That's a very good one. Now, strictly speaking, this is not related to the body, but it is that emotion. Jeg glæder mig. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Og jeg er spændt. Jeg er spændt. Spændt means excited. Kind of like spændt is also tightened, like a seatbelt. Så jeg er sommerfugl i maven. Jeg glæder mig. Jeg er spændt. Yeah. A lot of nice stuff. Det brænder. Det brænder, that's actually a good one. Well, the question is, do you know what it means? What does brænder mean? Well, if you just say it, like this, det brænder, it means it burns or it's burning. All right. So, det brænder, it's like a fire or something. You know, in a context, it would be it's burning, like it's spicy. Det brænder, ikke? Or hot water. Jeg brændte min tunge. I burned my tongue. Jeg brændte min tunge. Burned my tongue. Og kom du til at brænde dig? Kom du til at brænde dig? You're gonna have to imagine a question mark, because I can't do it with one hand, and this one is here. Kom du til at brænde dig? Those are question marks. Yeah. So maybe you're like touching the stove or something, like, shit, and then you got burned. Kom du til at brænde dig? Yeah. But brænder could also be, du spiser chili. Du sidder og spiser chili. You're eating chili. Brænder det? Det brænder. Or maybe when it's coming out the other end, it's like, det brænder, det er chili. Or sambar or whatever you're into, which contains chili. So yeah, det brænder. Okay, let's get to the actual body parts. Body parts here. We got hoved, and hoved is of course head. It's head. Adama. So, you could say a lot of things. You could say, han har et stort hoved. Very basic stuff. Han har et stort hoved. He has a big head. Han har et stort hoved. And then of course we have a lot of idioms and expressions, just like any other language. It's related to intelligence. So you could say, lad os bruge hovedet. Lad os, not eat, that's ice cream. Lad os bruge hovedet. Let's use the head, or our heads. Eller det er godt at bruge hovedet. It's good to use the head. Det er godt at bruge hovedet. Jeg har ondt i hovedet, like before, my head hurts. Hovedpine. Hovedpine means headache. Alright? Hovedpine, headache. Pine is kind of like, agony, pain. Så, hovedpine. Jeg har ondt i hovedet, hovedpine. Et godt hoved, a good head. Some people say that. But what about ansigt? We're speeding a bit here. Ansigt is face. You could say a lot of things, especially if it pertains to beauty or the impression that you get of someone because you look at their face. You say like, ansigtet er det smukkeste, jeg nogensinde har set. The face is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. But let's change it a bit. Let's say, hendes ansigt. Hendes ansigt er det smukkeste, jeg nogensinde har set. Her face is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Or what if we said this? Jeg kender ikke det ansigt. Jeg kender ikke det ansigt. I don't know that face. Alright? Like you see someone, you're like, who's that? Jeg kender ikke det ansigt. Ansigt, it's it ansigt. So it's ansigtet. But of course it sounds like a soft D when we say it. Ansigtet. Then you got mund. Of course we're not gonna do all. We're just gonna do some. And then I'll make a part 2 at at some point. Mund is this one right here. Yes, your mouth. Så åbnede han munden. Very dramatic. Så åbnede han munden. Yeah. Then he opened his mouth. Så åbnede han munden. Mund. The D is silent. If you're a beginner, if you're still kind of unsure about Danish pronunciation, assume it's a silent D. You got ND and then the D is silent. Just a little help for you there. Så mund. Så åbnede han munden. Og så spyttede han. This is nasty, but it is something people do. Og så spyttede han, which means what? Spytte. Spit or spat, because it's the past tense. And then he spat. Og så spyttede han. Not nice. Han åbnede munden. Or the dentist saying, åbn munden, or maybe say, luk munden. Close the mouth. Luk munden. Very good. Luk munden, luk, åben, luk. I can't speak with a closed mouth. And so on. Tænder, that's teeth. Maybe a bit too much time spent here in the face. I wanna take hår. Hår is hair. Okay. Hår. Min onkel har det flotteste hår. Yeah. Min onkel har det flotteste hår. My uncle has the nicest, prettiest hair. Alright? Hår. Du har meget langt hår. Du har meget langt hår. Yeah. And you have very long hair. I mean, these sentences are pretty basic. They're not exactly advanced. Min onkel har det flotteste hår. Du har meget langt hår. And stuff like that. Hjerte is a good one. Hjerte means heart. The one in here. Hjerte. And of course we use it in many metaphors and expressions because, love and all these things. But let's see if we can find a physical example. Det gør ondt i hjertet, mit hjerte banker. That's a good one. Mit hjerte banker. Okay. My heart is beating. Right? Mit hjerte banker. Or you can just say slår. Because sometimes if you say banker, it can sound like it's kind of pounding. But if you say slår, it's just like the normal beat. Dup, dup. Right? So mit hjerte slår. Hjerte. Yeah, like I said, there's a million expressions with hjerte and hjertegod, hjertevarm, hjertesag. So many expressions and compound words, and there's a lot of stuff to cover with hjerte. Et knust hjerte. Maybe you can guess what it is from the context. Et knust hjerte. That is of course a broken heart. Okay? Et knust hjerte. Yes. Lunge. Yeah, maybe just a very quick example. Like, hun trækker vejret ned i lungerne. Hun trækker vejret ned i lungerne. She breathes down like into her lungs. Right? Hun trækker vejret ned i lungerne. Because that's what it is. Lunge, lunger, that's plural. Then you get knogle, knogler, muskel, muskler. Again, there's a lot of things. Knogle is of course bone. You can look all this up in a dictionary, but I'm just telling you. Knogle, bone, muskel, muscle, ryg, back, skulder, shoulder, arm. Yeah. Well, let's do something about the arm. You could say, du har en meget stor arm. Have a very big arm. I don't know what context you will hear this in, but this is just for practicing. Du har en meget stor arm. Eller du har noget på armen. Maybe someone has like a rash or something. Right? Hvad er det på din arm? Hvad er det du har på armen? Maybe it's a tattoo. Again, imagine a question mark here. Hvad er det du har på armen? What is it you have on your arm? Tatovering, tattoo, et ar, a scar, et eller andet. Ikke? Måske et myggestik. Maybe a mosquito bite. Så arm. Ikke? En arm, to arme, two arms. If you want to make it plural, you just say this. Ikke? Arme. That's it. Arm. Alright, cool. What else do I want to take a look at now? Albue, elbow, hånd, håndled, finger, mave, lår, knæ, fød. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's take a brief look at hånd. Now, hånd is hand. So, you could say, jeg kan se, at du har brækket. This is messed up. I just thought of it. Jeg kan se, at du har brækket din hånd. Is anything going on here? Okay. Jeg kan se, at du har brækket din hånd. I can see that you have broken your hand. Okay, or that you broke your hand. But literally have broken, har brækket. So that sucks. Right? But hånd is that. And at brække is to break. Oh, by the way, we have many words. At least 3, probably 4 words in Danish for breaking stuff. But when it comes to bones, we generally say brække. Always with bones, you can assume that. Brækket min hånd. That sucks. Brækket din hånd. Right? Okay. Or in the plural, that would be hænder. You could say, den præsident har små hænder. Den præsident har små hænder. That president has small hands. Okay? Or tiny hands, whatever you want to translate it as. Yeah. And maybe let's take mave. Let's take ben. Yeah. So ben is of course leg. Right? And you can say, hun er model og har meget lange ben. Hun er model og har meget lange ben. She's a model and has very long legs. I know it's not always the case, but just a cliche example. And so ben is leg. It's et ben, to ben, tre ben. Ben doesn't change whether it's singular or plural. It's always the same. Right? And a little bonus info, when we're eating fish in a restaurant, the bones inside the fish, that sometimes they remove it for you, other times you have to do it yourself, we call that ben. In Denmark we say ben, or der er ben i den, even though it's not legs, it might be the fish rib cage or whatever, but we just say ben because we're cool like that. So yeah, now that is all for today. I'm keeping this fairly short because it's always a big undertaking when you open a big topic like the body. There's so much to say. But rest assured, there will be a part 2. And if I don't make it exactly in this format with the sentence making in the document, I'll cover it in another kind of video. Maybe phrases, maybe vlog. There'll be something about the body. Don't worry, because I have received messages before, especially if you work as a doctor or a nurse. I completely understand that you want to hear something about that.